I told him, people had been calling me Blackfish for so long, they don't remember my real name.
Sir Brynden Tully is Lord Hoster Tully's younger brother, so that makes him Lady Catelyn, Lady Lysa, and Edmure's uncle. So how did he get his nickname, the Blackfish? Long story short, Brynden fought in the War of the Ninepenny Kings back in the day. After that war, he refused arranged marriages that his brother tried setting up for him, so Hoster called him the Black Goat of the family. But since the Tully sigil is a trout, a fish, Blackfish embraced the insult and took on the nickname Blackfish. He even created a sigil of his own, the same red and blue background as the standard Tully sigil, but he swapped out the silver trout for a black one. He's a really cool character. Someone actually just commented about him today, so let's quickly recap his story. Recent events are slightly different between the show and the books, but the general feel for his character is the same. He's a well-respected knight despite being the Blackfish of the Tully family. So let's go back about 40 years, the War of the Ninepenny Kings. This is when the Blackfish earned his respect, fighting alongside people like Sir Barristan Selmy and Tywin Lannister. At one point, Tywin was considering marrying a young Jaime to Blackfish's niece, Lysa Tully. Jaime, who was the squire for Lord Sumner Crakehall, was sent to Riverrun with a letter for Hoster. Hoster took a fortnight to respond, so Jaime was there a while, and the entire time he was there, he sat next to Lysa at every meal. But instead of bonding with her, Jaime would chat with the Blackfish, asking him questions about the War of the Ninepenny Kings. Basically, Jaime looked up to the Blackfish as a kid. You could almost say the Blackfish is one of Jaime's childhood heroes, which gives their little parley at Riverrun in Season 6 a little more color. So after the War of the Ninepenny Kings, Blackfish refused arranged marriages several times, like we just said. This caused a strain between him and his brother, Hoster. After Robert's rebellion, Lysa was married to Jon Arryn, so Blackfish traveled to the Vale with his niece Lysa and became Knight of the Gate. But Lysa wouldn't fight during the War of Five Kings, so Brynden left the Vale with Catelyn to help fight for her son, Robb. After all, Tully's words are family, duty, honor. In that order, family comes first to the Tullys. During the War of Five Kings, his brother, Lord Hoster, died. But before he died, Blackfish and Hoster had a heart-to-heart. They made amends, so that was pretty cool.
He asked me to stop calling myself Blackfish. He said it was an old joke, and it was never funny to begin with.
At Hoster's funeral, he landed a burning arrow shot after his nephew Edmure failed 3 times. During the War of the Five Kings, the Blackfish was a great ally for Robb. And here's a cool one. The Blackfish urged Edmure to marry the Frey girl in an attempt to fix Robb's mistake from marrying Talisa.
No man can compel another man to marry.
The laws of my fist are about to compel your teeth.
It's all right. You heard him.
But this is pretty ironic since the Blackfish is known for rejecting arranged marriages of his own. In the books, Blackfish was not at the Red Wedding, but in the show he was there, and then he stepped outside to go potty, which is the only reason he was able to escape, rally some troops, and then take back Riverrun. And last but not least, the Blackfish refused to give up the castle. It's his family home. In the books, Edmure lets Jaime's troops in, but first, Edmure let the Blackfish secretly swim away. So in the show, he's dead.
We found the Blackfish, my lord.
Good. Bring him to me.
He died, fighting my lord.
But in the books, the Blackfish is alive and ticking. It would be cool to see him resurface in Book 6 or Book 7. Alright, that's it for this one. If you like this video, check out the other videos in the Game of Thrones 101 playlist. I'll talk to you soon, guys.
That's good. The Blackfish is a legend. His support will mean a great deal. Stark, Tully, a few more houses. Almost starts to look like a winning side.